Okay, we have our next question when you guys are ready.
Thank goodness, yes, please, God.
So it's a question, I think, pretty much just for Allison, but I love the crossover episode when Claudia went to visit the Eureka set. Are there any fun stories from filming with those guys?
God, you know that was 6 years ago. What I can tell you is that we're just lucky that we were able to make it happen because our seasons were filming right at the same time. And that episode lined up with our 2-week hiatus, which was in the middle of season 2, I believe. It was my first season as a full series regular.
You're looking at me?
Yep, mistake. So while these guys went and took a much-needed 2-week vacation, I just went from Toronto to Vancouver and worked with Neil, who's still one of my best friends, for 2 weeks. So it was very much like I was still young enough that it hadn't become a job yet, and it was still just a ton of fun, like summer camp, almost.
And then getting to have Neil come over with us was, because like Allison said, he's just a great guy, and I love the fact that, I can't breathe. My rheumatiz. The fact that Sci-Fi was doing that kind of stuff, the crossover stuff, I thought it was really good because it helped us. Because I remember when we first got picked up, we were with the Eureka people, and I kind of knew Colin and Sally, and they were like, so new kids on the block, huh? Well, prepare yourself, ringer. And so it kind of made for a more friendly,
union
relationship.
Of
yeah.
A truce, if you will.
If you will.
Okay, we have our next question.
Yep.
Thanks, guys, again, as always, for coming out to see us. We always appreciate seeing you guys. My question is, what was your aha moment when you started going to conventions that said, I want to do this as much as I can?
Mine was after my first year at DragonCon, my wife, swear to God, my wife and my manager and I were up in a mysterious hotel room, counting out 20s in stacks, and I was like, oh, say hello to my little friend. Okay, say goodnight to the bad guy. I was like rolling around, and I was like, I want to come back here, man. I want to buy a Cadillac. No, but that was weird. I felt like Tony Montana. I was like looking at my wife going, this is weird. I'd never seen like cash like that before. Like I had like $40 in my pocket. So, while it is fun to come, it's also, we're actors. I just spent almost 3 years between Warehouse and my new show Shooter. So, it's like, it's such a great symbiotic relationship here. I know when I started doing conventions, there were people who were like, that's not right that you go and take money from these people. It's not right that you go there and do that. And I was like, I think it was Mark Shepard said, like, well, what is your thing? Like, what do you like to do? And I was like, well, I don't know, I go to football games. He goes, so you spend a lot of money to go to football games, right? I go, yeah. And he goes, okay, well, do you feel like they should let you come to the football games for free? And I was like, no. And he goes, well, you love them though, right? I go, yeah. And he goes, it's the same thing. These people, this is what they save their money. They don't mind doing that, which is why I always feel like I want to give, something back to you guys. If you're going to come up and give me money, I want you to walk away from it and go, that was worthwhile, So. Hit the gym, Jesus! Oh, 22 push-ups, good for you, guy. No.
Not to diminish your story of rolling in cash, but I think my aha moment was whenever the first time was that a girl, probably my age, or maybe even a little older, came up to me and like held my hand and cried and said that I got them through being bullied in high school. That was like everything. That was like, oh, I need to come do this because it makes me feel, it's humbling and it's like a nice
Excuse me.
Sorry, I forgot that this is half a Diet Coke commercial.
It's the chicken quesadillas.
Yep. That's it. That's the answer.
Art joke number one.
Save this.
All right, we'll have our next question.
Hi guys.
Hi.
Thanks for being here. So mainly my question's for you, Allison, but Eddie, you can answer too. Back to the.
He's gonna answer
Gee, thank
anyway.
you.
You have my permission. Back to the redundant term of strong, independent female characters.
Uh-huh.
You know, they do need to just be female characters.
Yeah.
Claudia's inspired a lot of us weird women to be strong and independent and out there and ourselves and embrace our weird. I want to know what woman you looked up to and who inspired you and Claudia as a character to be that way and to help all of us weird, quirky girls embrace our weird, get through being bullied in high school, and just continue to stay strong.
Okay, I have like a whole list of women that I look up to now. I don't know. At the time,
Get your identification here.
at the time,
Great question.
during Warehouse, I wasn't clear about who my role models were, and it's something that I've had to like really, as I've become more woke, if you'll excuse the term,
All the kids are saying it.
you know, have started to really get clear about. So, in the realm of musicians, Kim Gordon, Carrie Brownstein, all the members of the Runaways, obviously, Melissa Etheridge, Dita Von Teese is like way up there for me because of how inclusive she is and how she defines beauty as for literally everyone, regardless of, I mean, race, gender, size, ability. Like, it doesn't matter, it's for you. And by the way, it doesn't need to be, you know, a Louis Vuitton bag and a, you know, expensive bottle of champagne. It can be a $2 red lipstick from the drugstore, as long as it makes you feel beautiful from the inside out. That's everything to me. I love her. She's one that if she were at something like this, I couldn't approach the table. You know what I mean? I'd just be like, it's too much. It's too much. I don't know what to say.
She's your Richard Dreyfuss then.
Gillian Anderson, who I had the pleasure of having my picture taken with yesterday. Sigourney Weaver. Natalie Portman in a lot of things. Hilary Swank. Now Kate McKinnon. Melissa McCarthy makes me laugh my ass off. I'm obsessed with her. My mom and I like to go see Melissa McCarthy movies together. The entire cast of Orange is the New Black. There's more, you know, there's always more. And it's like, every now and then I'll think like, oh my God, that you know, that person has influenced me in such a way. And it's just like nice to collect those things. But that's a portion of my list, I guess. Thanks.
Jenna Jameson.
Totally missed the point.
One thing I want to say about Claudia, and from the guy perspective, is you're very strong for women, but you also gave a lot of guys, a lot of the geeks of guys, the ability to keep going with their geek, and because I know a lot of guys are scared of their geek, and I don't know why, because it makes us good people, right? It was good for guys too. I know a lot of, me personally, and a lot of guys that I know saw you and were like, hey, geek can be awesome.
Yeah.
And you know, it was really cool.
Thank you.
Yeah, great. You know, you inspire more than just women.
Oh, thank you.
Yeah.
But that's what I mean by like, you know, strong female character being redundant. It's just characters.
Right.
Just characters.
Okay, can we have a next question?
But on the subject of
Oh, sorry, Eddie.
what else? I don't know if you were in my panel last night, but or in Oopsie daisy!
You're gonna pay for that later.
Wow. I love you.
I've known you for how long now?
No, that's true. I said last night at there's 78,000 people at DragonCon.
Something like that, yeah.
How many murders, rapes, assaults, robberies here? None.
All of them from outside. And
Yeah. I mean, that speaks volumes about the kind of people that show up here.
There's no race, there's no gender, there's
No.
just geek.
Yeah, it's like the united flag of geek. So,
I don't know if you know this, and some of you I know have heard this story. A couple, 3 years ago, there was actually one of the Geek Nation was getting mugged, and like 20 feet away, there were other members of the Geek Nation. There were 3 stormtroopers, 2 Jedis, and a Doctor Who.
no mugger stands a chance.
They came up, and not only did the geek survive, but the non-geek went to the hospital. We take care of our own.
I'll bet he had a new appreciation of Star Wars.
And those were the 3 stormtroopers that could actually hit something.
Whose panel is this anyway? Wow. Nice.
But I just wanted you to know that yeah, not only is there nothing, but we actually take care of our own. So
Yeah, that's and so there is much to be said for the male embracement of your geek, man. So, yes, sir.
First off, I'd like to say sorry, Eddie. This question's also for Allison.
He monopolized it yesterday. I'm here. What's up?
Getting my druthers.
I didn't hear what you said.
Oh, he monopolized the panel yesterday. I mean, you heard him. It was his panel, right? So bring it on.
Well, in an earlier panel, you mentioned how Saul sort of was your guide, and
Yeah.
you guys have talked about how you bring yourself to characters, and obviously Claudia had Artie is sort of that mentor. So what I want to know is that like a case of life imitating art, and did you see that at the time and looking back, and how much of that played into it? How much of it was you as Allison and Claudia and doing that role in those lines, and what did that mean to you?
I'm gonna get emotional talking about this. Much the same way as there's kind of no line between Eddie and Pete, the Claudia and Artie dynamic from day one, it was just kind of perfect symbiosis. Like it was on the page, but the second I walked onto set, like wide-eyed and nervous, it's like the wing just came out and he put me under it, and from then on, it was parallel. Life was art and back again. We were pretty inseparable, actually. It's mushy and it's sentimental, but it's completely true. Like he was my mentor, my sorcerer, kind of surrogate dad while I was, on my own for the first time in a foreign country, and he's one of the most important people in my life to this day.
Thank you very much.
Hey man, I'm sorry, I've forgotten your name. Will you tell me your name again? Yes. Abe. So dig this. Abe, you're a physicist, right?
Yes.
That's cool! That's so rad!
In a kilt and a Ramones shirt.
In a Ramones shirt and a kilt with tattoos.
And Doc Martens.
I mean, that's the kind of thing that I just love about coming here. Like,
Did you see his tattoo?
oh yeah, he explained it to me and I was just like, oh yeah, I know all that stuff. I know all about the carbons and the
Just
sarfing and
whatever.
but like to me, it's I don't know. You're coming up to me and you're thanking me, but the whole time I'm standing there going, rad, I'm meeting a physicist. So it's truly a symbiotic relationship here, and I know I'm kind of diverting, but it's like I feel like I want to break the wall between celebrity, walk of fame. Like to me, because I always like basically felt like a misfit toy myself. Like I feel like you guys have just, embraced me into your family. And I would rather it be like, that than some chasm between, And I don't want to get too sentimental or what, but I can't tell you how much it means to me for you guys to just have embraced me and us and the show the way that you have. It's really an honor. So thank you, and thank you, Abe. It's true.
We have our next question.
Hi, I just wanted to first off tell you how much you guys mean to me. It's just watching the show just through like the darkest times of going through my head, and just seeing you guys on TV making you laugh, and seeing you guys in person just like
Come on up. Oh wait, hey man, that's $30.
Back to the actual question. When you guys first got on the show, did you imagine having this much of a turnout for you guys? Like an entire
No way.
room?
On a Sunday?
Oh,
Whatever. On a Monday, like our first ever panel was at Comic-Con, and actually they showed Allison's
first episode.
Knock Knock episode, and we went to support Allison. We had the panel, and literally like there was like 9 people at our panel. 4 of
There were
them,
like 20.
20. 9 were asleep, and the other 4 was like, I thought this was the Eureka panel. So it was wild, but to be 3 years divorced from the show and to have this kind of turnout is like, it's amazing, and it speaks volumes for what Jack Kenny was able to achieve with the show. I always have thought he's just brilliant. He's like my older brother / sister, hey, and he's brilliant, and we really owe a lot of this to him. So.
Yeah, and for me, I'd never, I didn't know what Comic-Con was before Warehouse 13. It introduced me to this whole community that I had no awareness of. So it's a treat. It's a real treat to I've said this a million times before, but you're so separated from your audience when you're on a set. You don't know, what kind of impact you're having, and this kind of instant gratification and feedback is overwhelmingly sweet.
Yeah. Thank you, man.